What is good, YouTube? It's your boy King Rob, and we are back with another reaction. How y'all doing? I know I'm feeling good. I'm being great. I know y'all doing the same thing, and I pray y'all continue to be great and continue to be blessed. Today we are reacting to 10 wrestlers WWE should push in 2022. I can name a few. 2020 and 2022, Apollo, Damian Priest, Ricochet, Ridge Holland. I've seen a little bit of him. He has potential. But then again, he kind of gives me that what's his name? The one I forgot his name. He was like a brute, but then like he came to the main roster, did a little feud with Jeff, and then that was the end of it. And he got fired for something, and then they found out he did some adult films. I can't even remember the dude's name, but Ricochet, Apollo Crews, Damian Priest, Ridge Holland. Man, that's it. That's really it. I can see potential in them. Now, if they decide to bring Tommaso, Pete, and Roderick Strong, definitely all three of them. Push them, man. Like, they would be a great addition to the main roster. But enough of me. Let's get into this reaction. But before I start this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the King. Join the King's Army. Share my videos. Turn on that notification bell. That way you know I'm up and alive. And before you do all of that, you know what you got to do. I'm gonna need you to check out this intro.
Number 10, AJ Styles. The first person on the list is AJ Styles. I know that some of you are confused because why should WWE push a 44-year-old in the main event scene?
I understand AJ is a gem. He's in his 40s. Even though he's in his 40s, like even if he's in his 40s, he still can move, and that is awesome. And he still has the momentum. Like, the fact that they teamed him up with Omos was absolutely ridiculous, man. I get it. They were trying to do something new with the tag team division, but pairing them two was not the right idea. Like, I would have pushed him with, if anything, I would have AJ and Finn Balor. Two guys from Bullet Club, like, put them together and put them in the tag team division. That would, to me, that would be a nice addition. Finn Balor and AJ together in the tag team division? Come on now. Y'all can't say that wouldn't be potential. That tag team will be absolute potential. Be golden. To have two former Bullet Club leaders running the tag team division. Y'all can't. And the matches they could have with the Uso. Take my money. Take my money. Man, that would have been absolutely beautiful. To have them go against the Usos, I can imagine the matches they be having together. Man, like oh my gosh.
It's simply because AJ Styles still moves around like he's 30 years old. Other than that, the former champion also has credibility. I can see AJ entering the WWE title picture and having another title reign, and I wouldn't even bat an eye. The WWE booked him really strong in the Royal Rumble, and that was enough to show me that he's clearly still got it. Even though his booking has not been the best in the last 2 years, AJ Styles is still one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. WWE would be dumb to not utilize him. The Phenomenal One hasn't been doing anything important in the last 2 years, so I feel like right now he should walk into WrestleMania as champion or at least compete for the world title at the biggest show of the pay-per-view, and he needs that match with Edge. I gotta say that as well. Number 9, LA Knight. Another older wrestler that WWE should push is NXT star LA Knight. Again, if you're wondering why I think WWE should push him despite being a little old, it's because age doesn't really matter too much in wrestling. I actually made an entire video discussing how age isn't really that important, and I recommend you watch that video. On top of that, people in their 40s nowadays are still in great shape. Bobby Lashley is a perfect example of somebody in their mid-40s that is still in the prime of their wrestling career, just like AJ Styles. And LA Knight is in a similar position. If you've seen his matches in the last couple of years, it's apparent that this man can go in the ring. Other than that, he's also extremely gifted on the microphone and cuts some of the best promos. LA Knight is a perfect wrestler for the WWE machine, and they shouldn't keep him at NXT any longer. Bring him onto the main roster.
They shouldn't even put him in NXT. Like, they should have never put him in NXT. They should have had him on the main roster on SmackDown and just had him like building up his momentum, his star power. Like, he had no business being on NXT, especially on NXT 2.0. Like, he should have been on the main roster. Like, ugh.
And watch him outperform almost everybody in his way. I don't think he's world championship material yet, but I can see him having a fun mid-card title reign. Number 8, Liv Morgan. The WWE gave Liv Morgan a small push in the ending of 2021 that pretty much ended at Day 1's premium live event. Morgan battled Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship, and she looked incredible. Liv Morgan was completely ready when the opportunity came knocking at her door. In fact, she took that opportunity, and as Rusev would say, she crushed it. 2022 should be the year where she finally becomes Miss Money in the Bank. I think she would be a great winner for this year. While she holds onto that briefcase, she should have interesting feuds and matches to increase her so when she does win the belt, people actually care. I will be thrilled when I see her become the champion one day, and I hope that happens in 2022. Number 7, Apollo Crews. 2021 was a very strange year for
before anything, Apollo has the ability to be a star. It's just his person. He had no personality. Like, no one could really connect with him. That's the only problem. That's really the problem with Apollo Crews. No one. He has no gimmick. This oh my god. This Nigerian prince or whatever he has gimmick is not really working. Like, they should have never put that type of gimmick on him. Like, he should have just went to a point where he just had enough of Big E ducking and dodging him. He didn't have, at this point, he didn't have to go into this Nigerian prince gimmick.
For Apollo Crews. The WWE basically gave him a completely new character. Along with that change was a push that included an IC Championship title reign. It was easily the best work of his career, and people were beginning to care about Apollo Crews for like the first time in his career. Things looked like they were heading into the right direction for him, and then all of a sudden, the WWE just randomly gave up on his push, and he hasn't really recovered since. Like I said, it was totally random, and I can't really explain what happened. I guess the creative team just forgot about him or whatever. I think it was a stupid move. The WWE should continue to push him this year and pretend like they just didn't forget about him last year, and let's just, pretend like it never happened in the first place. Number 6, Gable Stevenson. Gable Stevenson is one of WWE's next biggest stars. The Olympic athlete has all the tools to become the next Kurt Angle or Brock Lesnar, or kind of a mix of the two. Those are just some of the comparisons. I don't think he should stop at NXT, honestly. Gable Stevenson should come straight onto the main roster, just like AJ Styles and Ronda Rousey. Heck.
Hold up there, bruh. Hold up there. I get it. He need to be pushed, but like if he needs to show his potential. I get he has wrestling background and everything, and he's a gold medalist, but at the same time, he's gonna have to show his potential on NXT. I get he has potential, but like, what kind can he talk him? Can he maneuver the crowd during the mic? On the mic, can he maneuver the crowd on the mic? Can he maneuver? Can he gain the attention of the audience? Like slow build up. Like give him a slow build up. Like, but you could push him, but like give him a slow build up to that main roster thing. That is one of my number one griefs with Dominic. Like, Dominic right now is just Rey Mysterio's son. Like, if he had went to NXT, he could have built himself up, made something out of himself, given himself a gimmick, given himself a character before he came to the main roster with his father. Now, if he had did that, I wouldn't have no problem with it. But other than that, that is my number one grief with Dominic. That's my number one grief. Now that I don't know if it's true, but I did hear that his sister is training to do WWE. Start her off in NXT, build her up, then put her to the main roster. Do that in order, okay?
He was even drafted to Monday Night Raw in the 2021 draft, and it would be stupid to waste a pick at the draft if he never shows up on Raw. Therefore, the WWE must give him a massive push as soon as he debuts this year. Stevenson should beat the jobbers for a couple of months before entering a major program. The kid is going to be a huge star for the company, and they need to push him now in order to make him a star for the next 2 decades. Number 5, Ricochet. I will never understand WWE not utilizing Ricochet. It literally makes 0 sense. If you've seen his run on NXT, then you should know that he's extremely talented, and Ricochet can honestly pull off some of the most unbelievable moves that I don't think anybody on the roster can match. He's absolutely perfect for the general audience that consists of young fans under the age of 13, and I believe he could be a huge draw for that demographic, as well as anyone else, to be fair with you.
Yo, man, his match with Adam Cole will forever be my favorite matches, man. That was the match of the year for me, man. That match was awesome, especially that the reversal Adam Cole pulled off by super kicking him in midair. Oh my gosh, that number one match of the year, number one moment of the year. Like, oh my gosh, it was absolutely that match was awesome in so many ways, man. I continue to watch that match almost every time. If it pops up on my YouTube, I'm watching that match. Like, that is one of my favorite matches, man.
The WWE should seriously push him in 2022 before he wants to leave the company, because that would be a waste of signing him in the first place. He is not world championship material, and I don't know if he ever will be, but I do know that he is capable of having an awesome mid-card or tag team championship run. Number 4, King Woods. Although King Woods is currently dealing with an injury, I think
if he ditches the whole New Day gimmick and this gimmick with the King, I can see it. I can see it, because at this point, the New Day have literally been just they've ran their course. Like, I get it. They've been together for a long time. But at some point, you're gonna have to break them away. And I think that was one of the main reason Big E's World Championship was Big E's championship title run was a complete waste, because you didn't really break him away from the New Day. Yeah, you gave him some new music, but his personality still resembles the New Day. He didn't become his own person. He was still that Big E of the New Day. He needed to be Big E World Champion. Like, he needed to become his own person. And that is what WWE failed to do. He was still the Big E of New Day instead of being Big E himself. Now, if he went back to the Big E of old, to where he was that person, the fear and everything, when he was with Dolph Ziggler, I would have no problem with Big E's title run. Hell, like, that would have been the best thing for him to do, to completely break away from the New Day. Like, why would you even break them up if you weren't going to completely break him away with the New Day? Now he's back with the New Day. Like, make up your minds, WWE. Jesus.
WWE wasn't properly using him before he did suffer from that injury. Before he left, the WWE put him in a feud with the Usos again. It's the same story we've seen from the past, and I don't want to see him keep fighting alongside anyone anymore. In the last year, Xavier Woods has proved that he is capable of having a great singles run. When he was in that match with Bobby Lashley inside the Hell in a Cell structure, it was good stuff. And when WWE put him in that mini feud with Roman Reigns, it was also good stuff. Xavier Woods is more than ready to be featured as a single star, and should be this year. Number 3, Naomi. I've been saying this forever, and I will continue to do so until it happens, because I'm trying to manifest it. The WWE needs to push Naomi.
Yeah, they do. I think she would be better off as a heel at this point. And I'm not saying it because of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline are heel. She just needs to be a heel of her own. Like, she needs a whole gimmick change. I get it. The glow was fun, but now she needs to change it up.
Naomi. I'm sick of the Feel the Glow gimmick. That needs to go. Throw that out the window. That gimmick, you gotta destroy it and never bring it back. The creative team must book her to include her into the Bloodline. She's technically a part of the family since she is married to Jimmy Uso, and this will literally make her a star in minutes. She could be the SmackDown Women's Champion, and there you go. You got a new star, and a feud with her, a part of the Bloodline with Sasha Banks, sounds like a fire-ass time. Number 2, Finn Balor. The WWE never pushing Finn Balor makes me very upset. I think there is so much upside and potential in a Finn Balor push.
AJ and Finn push. Tag team. They would be absolutely perfect for the tag team division on SmackDown. That would definitely switch things up.
And it's really foolish to not put him in that position to succeed. As we saw in both of his NXT runs, Finn Balor can definitely be a top star in any promotion. According to a new report, Vince McMahon just never really understood Finn Balor, and I don't know what's there not to get. He's a good wrestler who can cut legit promos and has a cool demon gimmick that can sell when it comes to merchandise. That's all you need to know, Vince. Finn Balor is only getting older, and I'm sure he's probably going to be wrestling for another 5 years, but I want to see him get that push this year, because if he doesn't get it this year, I don't know if Vince will ever do it. And number 1, Sheamus. The last person that truly deserves a world championship title push this year is Sheamus. When he first came into the WWE, I was like, this guy is going to be a bust, and I didn't see him sticking around for too long because he was kind of boring. However, I can say that I'm one of Sheamus's biggest fans now. He's been on one hell of a run dating back from 2020, putting on fantastic matches with anybody that he's in the ring with. I think it's time to give this man a push in 2022.
Maybe. I mean, if they go back to that that Celtic Warrior gimmick where he's world champion. I can see him. I can see it. But yeah, they've been like it's been. I don't know about Sheamus. I mean, oh my God, excuse me. But yeah, I can see Sheamus in the future, maybe if booked right. Like booked right, everyone booked right, they could be potential money. Then you have stars that can bring up the ratings. You already got 2. You need more than 2. You need a whole show of stars to bring them up, to bring the ratings up. But that's it for now. But guys, hope you like my reaction. Hope you like my input. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the King. Join the King's Army. Get this video to 100 likes, 100 views. Join the King's Army. Like I said, we are on the road to 100K. I speak it, I manifest it. And it's going to be a beautiful day. But guys, hope you stay blessed and be great.